Hello everyone, and I am back with another studio vlog. Now, it's been a week or so since filming because I'm actually currently showcasing my products in Kenji. I'm going to insert a little clip here, a little sneak peek of what my store's looking like. It's going really positive, and I am going to do a video very soon on the results and the outcome of that. But today I'm going to get started on some new Christmas card designs, have a look at my product photography, and do lots of little bits and bobs. When I begin any idea, I always start in my sketchbook. It's where I can get my ideas down really fast, really rough, and I don't have to worry about anything being perfect. So I whipped out my sketchbook and got cracking with some sketches. To gather some inspiration for this, I always start on Pinterest potentially. So what I did here was I was thinking of a sort of a Christmas gingerbread theme. So I saved some pins that I quite like the look of, and I wanted this one to be really colourful. And then Pinterest always gives you some relevant imagery on the one that you've saved, which is always helpful. Once I've gathered some inspiration, I then take a light coloured pencil and do a really rough sketch to get my design down onto the page. So this can make them have the most amendments made to it, and then I will go over it with a darker coloured pencil, as you can see here, and you can see the outlines a lot better. I've gone for a cute little gingerbread house with the lollipops and jelly tots, and then I'm also going to include a little gingerbread in the foreground, so here was me just sketching a few ideas for that as well. Once this stage is complete, I then take a picture on my phone of this drawing, and it will then digitally transfer onto my iPad. So as you can see here, I've decided to do a little screen recording, fancy, on my iPad. So you can see a bit of the process on Procreate, which is the program that I use. Here I'm just putting the sketching that I did previously, and then there's a feature to turn the opacity down. And this basically makes that layer a lot more transparent, so you can work over the top of it and it will shine under, and you can use it as basically like a rough guide. One feature of Procreate that I do really enjoy is the colours. So it has a standard colour wheel, and then you also have the feature to add lighter tones or darker tones into that. So here I am just playing around with the swatch for the gingerbread house. At first I thought I did it a bit too dark, and so I've changed it, and it's really easy to do, and now I'm just starting to do the lines. And for anyone wondering, I'm using the coloured pencil brush. This is one of my main brushes that I use, and it also accounts for a lot of the textures that are in my work. And here you can see that I've just used the duplicate tool. Now this is also a really nifty little feature when you've got a shape or something that you're illustrating and you just need it quickly replicated, and it doesn't particularly matter if you draw it again from scratch. The smaller details are really getting built up now, and you can see that I'm using a brush to colour that in and start doing the shading. So the one main brush that I use to add my colour in is the gouache brush. So I find this is really good for layering, and you'll see here that I start to use a completely different colour on the red for the lighting. So this always really looks, I think, personally for me, really impactful, and it can really make the colours pop as well. If there's anyone watching that is a regular user of Procreate, what are your favourite brushes to use? Because I would be really interested to hear that, and the sort of textures that you can achieve with that. Still going with the colour, just refining it down a little bit and really making sure that shading is looking really nice and smooth. And then I am changing to white here and doing like a tiny bit of a shine on this jelly top, but I actually decided to change this eventually from a line to basically the shimmer texture. You'll see it here on this next clip where it basically looks a bit more like powdered sugar, so I thought that related a lot more to my illustration. The drawing is really starting to come together now, and you can see how spending the time with the details really builds it up and brings it to life. And bam, just like that, a little Christmas wreath has appeared. So this little wreath there that I've drawn, that was an idea that wasn't actually in my original sketch, but sometimes that will happen. So I'll do a rough sketch and I don't follow it completely. Like if I think something will look better there in the moment, then I'll try that, experiment and see what works and what doesn't. I've swatched the gingerbread colour and changed back to my gouache brush, so I'm now filling in the front of my gingerbread house. This bit can take a bit of time, so I will leave you guys now and you'll soon see the finished design if you follow me on Instagram. So I've spent a good portion of today illustrating, as you've just seen, doing my Christmas cards. It's actually going quite well, to be fair. It just takes a lot of time to like build up the illustration. But I am now going to have a look at this photography Lightbox. So if any of you watched my previous video on the tools and materials that I use running a small business, you will have seen this right at the end. I was gifted this from a family member and I've not yet actually opened it and had a look. So I'm going to see what it's all about, read the instruction manual, even though who actually likes doing that, let's be honest. Ooh. Come in a fancy bag. Let's have a look. I've never used one of these, so it's going to be really interesting to see how easy it is to operate and also the results that I'm going to get as well. Exciting. Oh my god. I didn't realise I just had my camera running. Hello. So I've got the user manual here. I'm sat down with it all in front of me. I'm aware that you can't see right now. So I've just folded this out into the cube that it's supposed to be. I've popped it comes with 6 PVC backdrops, and then if you look under there, that is the light ring, and you can also open this flap if you want a top-down shot, and then this folds forward and you can shoot through this little hole. So I've not figured out, this is obviously the electrical source and you can use this to dim the light, but I'm going to turn it on and see what this looks like. I sound so confused right now, but we shall see. Got it plugged in, I'm about to turn it on. Come on. Oh my god, that is bright. Look at that. I feel like I'm like reaching into like a portal. Can you dim it? Oh, that's cool. Oh my god, that is bright. I did not think it was going to be that bright.
Stroby.
That is stroby. So I'm going to take some pictures of something random and I'll pop them in after this and you'll see the results. As you can see, I've put some photos in that I've just done in that Lightbox. I'm actually really impressed, and you can find this on Amazon, and I think it's pretty affordable as well. So it's good for if you're wanting to get into photography or you are a small business owner and you want to take more professional photos. I'm now going to continue crocheting a little project that is for someone I can't mention because they might be watching this video. It's a gift for someone. And that's going to be the end of my day. It's been quite a chill one today, and I'll continue to illustrate some more greeting cards. And watch out for my next video because I'll be going through the results of my Kenji stall. That gets packed down this Sunday, so it'll be interesting to see the results and the breakdown of my sales. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. See you later.